Hello everyone, I'm David Slade, Commercial Real Estate Partner at Wright, Hassall. Hope you're all well. Hope those of you who are English or part English like me are still wallowing in the Lionesses' victory on Sunday. I hope you're managing to watch a bit of the Commonwealth Games as well. Great to have them here in the West Midlands, in our flagship city of Birmingham. I always remember when Birmingham bid for the Barcelona Olympics, the Olympics that eventually went to Barcelona in the mid-1980s. There was quite a bit of amusement that Brum was punching well above its weight. Now it's come a hell of a long way since then. Birmingham has regenerated itself as an international centre for investment, and the resulting redevelopment of the city since I first knew it in the mid-1990s has been remarkable, such that Birmingham is now a city of much clout that's very worthy of holding major events like it's doing now. So, moving on, the issue that's been the subject of much commentary this week is the coming into operation on the 1st of August of the Register of Overseas Entities, which was legislated for in this year's Economic Crime Transparency and Enforcement Act. From this week, the legislation makes it compulsory for overseas entities that own UK property to declare their beneficial owners or their managing officers where there are no beneficial owners with a 25% or more interest. And those interests are needed to be declared on a register at Companies House. Now, the registration is designed to promote transparency, to ensure offshore companies can't be used to disguise ownership. It's clearly a political hot potato at the moment, but it's going to create an administrative burden over the next 6 months. So, offshore entities which own UK property have until 31st of January 2023 to apply to Companies House to join the register. Otherwise, they'll face criminal, most likely financial penalties for non-compliance, and they won't be able to pass dealings with their UK property through the land registry for transactions they carry out after that date. Although, interestingly, those restrictions won't apply to any property where they have been registered proprietors at the land registry since before 1st of January 1999. Now, for existing ongoing transactions involving an offshore entity acting as seller, buyer, landlord, tenant, or borrower under a mortgage, there is a very short grace period until 5th September 2022. If the transaction is completed and the registration application is submitted before that date, then the land registry will pass the transaction through. Afterwards, it won't do so without the entity being registered. The administrative burden over the next 6 months is exacerbated by the fact that before the offshore entity registers its beneficial interest with Companies House, a relevant person in the UK must carry out verification checks on the entity. Relevant persons include legal professionals like myself and company service providers. And Companies House advises it will probably be quicker and easier for those relevant persons to actually make the application for registration on behalf of the overseas entities rather than the overseas entity doing it themselves. So, any offshore entity that owns UK property or plans to acquire it should be collating the requisite information as to its beneficial ownerships and should consider applying to Companies House for registration at an early stage. The imponderable is how long the Companies House registration process will take, and therefore the impact that may have on any property transaction. And there's obviously government guidance online which all of us involved with offshore entities will need to scrutinise ASAP. So another curveball thrown into our busy lives, one of those things, I guess. In any event, stay in control, stay happy, stay enjoying the summer, and I'll see you all again in 2 weeks' time.